Yeah, basically. That's pretty self-explanatory. So like I said, I'm new to this area, so that's why I'm actually going around trying to explore everything. It's because I'm new to it. Be on the ground. Sometimes things bug out, though. As you just saw. So I clearly hit it, but it wasn't registering it until I, like, tried walking away. So that's something else that can happen as well. I think it's because I'm playing on the PS4 version and this game only really works well on the PS5 or on PC. But some PS5 users I've spoken to basically said that it still lags for them too. Like they say they get stutter. So I don't know how true that is. Because I don't have one. I don't own one. See, sometimes it works right away, and there's other times it doesn't. I don't know what constitutes that, what causes that. Sometimes you swing right away and it reacts. Other times you swing and it doesn't. So, I think it's probably broken down to the fact that it lags. It's the lag that's doing it. I don't know for certain. Could just be my range of where I'm hitting as well. See what I mean? I think this sword has a horrible hitbox. That's the truth of it. Yeah, see, this is why I use the bow and arrow. Because when you try to use an actual other blunt weapon, it absolutely just does not work. Let me see if I use the guns. I've never used them before. Samir's weapon. I'm so close, you would think that would be it. Oh god, see, this one is infuriating. Because you'll hit it and it just won't do it. It happens, but if you have enough patience, anyway, which I don't, it'll work. I believe I'm dashing like that because it's Samir's weapon, and I have her maxed out to the 3 stars. So... I think that's why. Basically, that's what I wanted to show, was these abilities, how the mechanics work, because I didn't know, and I'm sure maybe a lot of other people are having the same problem as me, where they're like, how do I use that? I mean, like I said, there is a tutorial in-game, but if you're like me, we're rushing through everything and you didn't read it, or it's mostly because I was streaming at the time, I didn't have time to stop and read it. And usually what it was too is I was in the middle of fighting an enemy. When a tutorial would pop up, I would have to skip it off my screen quickly because I was in the middle of battle, literally, and I didn't have time to sit there and read a whole tutorial like that. So because of that, I was actually forced to skip them because they would show up in the inconvenient times. They would literally show up when I was in the middle of fighting something. So there's really nothing I could do about that. Basically though, that's all I really did want to show, was some of the mechanics. Because these are ones that I figured out all on my own. Taught myself how to figure them out. Mainly because I struggled with them, trying to understand them for so long. It kind of got frustrating, and then when I tried messing around with them, I figured them out. There's actually still a whole bunch more mechanics in the game that I've run over across and don't know how to do. But even when you read the tutorial, like the one with the little dragon statue where they want you to emote in front of it, you need a specific emote, and I don't even know what one it would want. So that's another problem. Where was that? You just have to remember where they were as well. That's another thing that's kind of difficult. So that's basically how those work. Don't really have anything else to really say. I just wanted to show those real quick, but because I do everything in real time, I can't do it properly like other people would have did like a cut tutorial and made it all professional like, but I prefer to show it in real time so that people can see what real exploration is like in this game versus having somebody jump cut to something. I'd rather show it how it's supposed to be done in real time. So those monuments there reveal more field energy to you, and the field energy, as I've said, is what you use to max out your statues in each area. You actually earn rewards too. So it is beneficial to fill these out when you can. It does take a long time though, because to really max them out, some of the statues need over 1,000. When you start getting the levels higher and higher, they start requiring more and more field energy to give you the reward, which is to be expected. What's cool though is the fact that they are scattered everywhere. You don't really have to worry about not being able to find them because they are literally scattered everywhere. They even show up on the map, the little white diamonds with the yellow lines. The yellow lines point if they are up or down. So it tells you exactly how to find them. If it has the yellow line, it's either above you or below you, and if it doesn't, then it's on the same level as you. So anytime you come across these, when the little yellow arrow disappears, it's because it's on the same level that you are on. The only thing is it gets kind of stressful because there's so many that start popping up everywhere. And when you try to go to collect them, you get distracted. It winds up taking you away from where you were going, or if you were in the middle of doing something already, it really distracts you big time. Because you're more focused on getting the little lights instead of actually doing other stuff that you were doing previously, and that happens to me all the time, which is probably kind of happening to me right now. Because I'm trying to get them instead of exploring that new area that I had literally just came from at the beginning of the video. But as I have time to always explore these at my own leisure, it doesn't really bother me. It's hard to aim just right. I notice if you use weapons that don't have a lot of force, such as Samir's guns or the bow and arrow, it doesn't hit it as hard. This is Ruby's weapon, let's see. Yeah, it kind of has like a slowness to it. Hard to turn it because I'm facing the wrong way. I feel like Shahobal with this thing. Dynasty character, Dynasty Warriors character. Okay. Questionable. Didn't see any more fountains unless I passed it, because I was following it all the way here. I think I read up that these spheres charge the devices in the surrounding area. I'm not certain if it does. But that's really how you do that. Like I said, there is a lot to explore. The reason why I was coming here is to show the other gate that I needed to get. So you just kind of wait for to see which ones are lit up. Gotta be careful because sometimes it'll make you click on it too many times. Like, don't stand on it forever.
Nice rewards.
And again, if you can't reach the field energy, you can always do what I was doing and just use your parachute to reach them, or your whatever it's called. To the ones that are up the wall right here. It is a neat ability. I've never seen any other game that does that. Like, I've never played another game that does that. Where you get magic boots on your feet and you're able to scale walls. The only other game I've played that allows characters to scale walls and buildings by just touching them and climbing them is Genshin. Genshin's like the only game I know that does that besides this one. And I think that's why people keep referring it to Genshin.
Fruits of the journey.
Is the fact that some mechanics are similar. Like Genshin does the same thing. If you touch a wall, you start climbing it like this. The only thing is it's much faster in Genshin and the stamina doesn't drain as fast. See, these are the dragon statues where you have to do like a certain emote in front of them. I think it's like a bow is what it wants, but I unfortunately don't have the right emote. So can't really do that right now. That's pretty much how that works though. See, I need another ice weapon. I like the cannon, but it doesn't really seem like something I would personally use. I like weapons that are much faster. So I might swap that out for this. It is good to try to have weapons of all elements though. Specifically ice, lightning, and fire. Those are like the three you will always wind up using and needing. Well, I basically showed off majority of the mechanics of some devices that I feel you come across more often than others. I know there are many other, countless actually, devices and mechanics in this game, but these are some of the ones that I found out on my own by just messing around with them. So those are the arcane gates, with the boots do, the shoes, the speedwalkers. I think I would like the speedwalkers the most, because you can scale walls fairly quickly, but only walls that you can actually grab. You have to keep that in mind. There are some walls that your character can't grab, and if you can't grab it, you can't rock it. So he can touch this wall. So if I activated my speedwalkers, I can get him to start scaling. Keep in mind though, if I read it correctly, I think it says that this only lasts for 15 seconds. You only get to use them for 15 seconds, and then the cooldown on them is 90 seconds, so you have to wait a really long time to use them again. So it's always good to try to find a stopping point at some point, because when they run out, you will get stuck having to wait. But because I've upgraded mine, they seem to last a little bit longer, and I can use them right away. Because while it's recharging for use again, I'm still using them as they're recharging. Because then you come across stuff like this, where you can't really get up. It's hard to get the character to grab the wall just right. It's effective, it works. Oh. Another thing. If you need a way to get around places, you can use this cannon to form a pillar, and then you can use the hover to give you just a little bit of extra more height. Yeah, I'm being electrocuted because I don't got it maxed. Stay away from the ice chests that are like that, by the way, because it'll freeze you in place and it's so painful to get away from. Mainly because you can't, and you will get trapped, and it will kill you if you don't get away from it. And I've had that happen to me because it freezes you in time. Because the same button to dash is the same button to open chests, which is square. So if you come near a chest that freezes you and you're trying to dash away from it, it will trap you in place endlessly.